Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's 1 Million by 1 Million Strategy Roundtable for Entrepreneurs. 1M, as you know, is the first global virtual accelerator in the world for technology startups. Our mission is to help 1 million entrepreneurs reach $1 million and beyond in annual revenue. In support of that mission, we do these free mentoring roundtables year after year, month after month, week after week. We are in any given year, probably 45 to 48 days, Thursdays, we are here doing free mentoring roundtables. And this has been going on since 2008. Even it predates the 1M1M program itself, which launched in 2010. So this online mentoring roundtables is what has brought us here. That is the experiment which brought us here. So this is our 700th roundtable. It's a milestone. And we are going to work with 3 entrepreneurs today. I want you to know that this is a safe working session. I have no other agenda other than helping solve your problems. So let's brainstorm, figure out what we can do to help you, and that's all there is to it. There's nothing else going on here. And if you disagree with my feedback, that's your prerogative. It's your venture. So, you know, over the years, God knows how many times I've disagreed with how many people. So that is the entrepreneur's prerogative. However, I have no real axe to grind per se. So if I'm giving you feedback, you may want to listen, at least give it a consideration. So we are going to start with Bharat, but Bharat just disappeared. What happened? I thought we were just going to start with Bharat. Okay, well, let me start with Devarsh then. Devarsh, please unmute your line and tell us what you're working on.
Yeah, greetings everyone. Devarsh Oza here. I'm founder of AgriFusion Tech. So we work in agri supply chain. So if possible, can you just move to the next slide?
Yeah.
Yeah, so AgriFusion primarily works on a 360-degree sustainable agriculture solution. Our focus is on sustainability and traceability, where we focus on the 4 main pillars of agriculture, which is farmer management system, crop management and advisory, post-harvest logistic and supply chain, and marketplace. So next slide. Yeah, so about myself, I pursued my BTech in mechanical from Ahmedabad University. And in 2019, only in the first year of my undergrad, I started with another startup, which was a college project where we were manufacturing hydraulic press for manufacturing biodegradable palm leaf plates. So we were working with a lot of farmers in Northeast India. That's where I built my relationship with the farmers. We supplied machinery. Due to COVID, they were not able to market those products. Then I entered into B2C space where I was marketing those products as well as creating a backend for the farmers and streamlining the supply chain. And even I got an exposure of export market, how to export products. Similarly,
are you from Assam?
no, I'm from Gujarat, but I have stayed
Gujarat.
in Assam for 2 years. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
So during the same time, I built my network in Arunachal, Meghalaya, Assam, and Nagaland. And I was working with a lot of farmers, around 3,500 farmers. And I also got to work with one of the largest conglomerate in India, which is into textile space. They were trying to do a pilot in tech-based farming for spices. And I got connected to them, and I pitched my idea for the plates, but I got exposure in agriculture field where I created a 500-acre pilot project in sustainable turmeric farming. So that's how I got to know the world of agriculture and the supply chain issue that it has. And since
Great
last 1.5
experience.
years, yeah, thank you. So since last 1.5 years, I have been working on AgriFusion, creating the business model, creating the team. So coming to the next slide. So apart from me, there are 4 of my advisors. 2 of them comes from finance background, who have 20 years of experience in agri-based supply chain finance and bookkeeping and compliance. Raju sir is from New Delhi, and he used to work with United Nations in Sustainable Development Goals, where he was creating cluster-based industry in Africa and India. So he has good experience in textile, agriculture, and sustainable livelihood. Nilesh Dattani sir comes from the logistic and supply chain background. His last position was with one of the largest port in India as director of their ports and SZ division. So they have been helping me since last 1.5 years. So coming to the next slide. So AgriFusion is not solving the problem just for India, it's a global solution. So just according to World Bank, by 2050, we need to produce 70% more food production. Even today, 2 billion people lack basic vital nutrients. Even 820 million people suffer from hunger. And with climate change, our current agriculture is also barely sustaining. So this we need to the focus on sustainable agriculture should be at the prime. So AgriFusion is trying to solve a global problem. Coming to the next slide. So basically, we offer 5 services to all the stakeholders. For the farmers, we are creating an application where we provide 3 services. One is purchase of bio inputs, which we source from bio CNG plants, which convert agriculture waste into crop specific micro fertilizer and energy. So we source our bio inputs from there, where we reduce the cost of production by 40 to 60%, and we focus the farmers to shift towards organic farming. Secondly, we provide services as soil testing, drone as a service, insurance, and residue testing for their products. So right now in India, around 86% farmers are small and marginal farmers, where their land holding is around 1 to 3 acres of land. So they can't afford agronomy services or automate their farming. So where we are providing them data intelligence and digitizing their farm presence. So we are clubbing the farm management and farmer management through that. Third is, even in India, around 92,000 crore worth of agri produce just gets destroyed because the lack of infrastructure between the farms and the marketplace. So we are solving that issue with our logistic and fleet management services. For the post-harvest warehousing and processing, for them, the RONA, the return on net asset utilization, is very low because of the unpredictable sourcing and marketplace. So we are providing them with the marketplace as well as sustainable sourcing. And primarily we are focused on a B2B marketplace where we are catering to institutional buyers like ITC, Walmart, Costco, Cargill. For them, we are handling the backend process. So coming to the next slide. So basically our primary revenue comes from the sales of agri produce, where we focus on spices, beans and pulses, herbs, fresh produce like vegetables and fruits, and even commodities like cotton, tea, honey. Our primary focus currently is in spices. Secondly, our revenue comes from the sales of bio inputs, and third from the digital services that we provide to the farmers and the stakeholders in the supply chain. Next slide. So this is how a typical agri supply chain looks like. Each one is playing their own part. Right now, AgriFusion is trying to be moderate and orchestrate the whole supply chain, being at the center and connecting each of the stakeholder through a single platform.
So Devarsh, in the interest of time, you have a very large, comprehensive, broad vision.
Yeah.
Could you tell me where you are currently and what is the starting point? You can't do all these things at once, right? You're a little company.
Right.
So where are you? What is the starting point of this?
So right now we are building this in 4 phases. Right now we are working with a company called McCormick, which is a spice company. So we are starting with focus on 4 crops, which is ginger, turmeric, cumin, and black pepper. So we are handling farming projects for them. And as well as in the phase 1, we'll be building a platform to onboard the farms, digitize their farm presence, collecting their geotag data, their soil data, their last 3 crops, and starting with a marketplace for conventional crops. On the second phase, we are parallelly building the supply chain for the bio inputs.
So hold on. So
Yeah,
this company that you're working with,
yeah.
what are your commercial terms with them?
So we work on a transparent level. They can see from where we are sourcing, what the farmer earns, what we earn. So basically, we work on a commission model. It varies from 5% up to 25% based on the crops.
And so this company buys from a network of farmers. That's what you're trying to do?
Right, correctly. So we
You
develop
are
a farm.
facilitating that process.
Exactly, right. So,
Okay.
for example, for ITC, we are working for red chili. So they mentioned that we need this variety of chili with this use of fertilizer and this residue testing. So we assess the farmers, we create a farmer group, we handle the agronomy practice, we handle the farmers, we handle the post-harvest infrastructure, and then we supply to ITC. So it's all on a transparent basis. Right now, we are doing this through a team, a physical team, but soon we will be doing through our application where all the data for the farmers will be collected via the app.
And what is the current revenue situation? How much revenue do you have? How much of this is actually operational revenue generating?
So we incorporated the company last year in May. We did a top line of 80 lakh rupees and a bottom line of 5 lakh rupees through trading of produce and trading of fertilizer. This year
Okay.
we have a forward contract of 157 crore rupees for 4 crops, which is a 3-year recurring contract. And we have
157 crore? No.
yes,
1.57 crore.
157 crore.
157 crore.
Agree, the
Explain.
volumes are large, but the margins are thin.
Margins are thin. So what do you need to do to execute on that level of demand?
So right now for each project, we need to deploy a team of a project manager. Under each project manager, there are 3 field officers. Under each field officer, there are 3 field workers. So collective with a project management team and the agronomy team, we have a monthly team cost of 4.5 lakh rupees, and the crop cycle is of 10 months. So that's around 45 lakh rupees per team. And we want to start with 4 of these projects. So we are looking to raise working capital for the team and a small 45 to 50 lakh rupees to start with the application for collecting the farmer data and onboarding buyers for the
What is
commodity
the
range.
margin what is the margin on the business? This 157 crore business, what is the
So
margin?
through that, the blended margin is around 8.5%.
Okay.
So roughly we'll be making a net profit of 5.6 CR through the 4 project. So my idea is to grow profitably. So one hand, building a marketplace is a very cash heavy thing. You need to have very deep pockets, and your only moat is how many members you can onboard on both the sides. So on the one side, we are starting with the project which are profitable for us, and on the other side, we are developing the tech for that so that we can spend on the marketing, on the awareness and acquiring customers for the platform. So it will be
So
going
the so what is the working capital that you need?
so in total, we are trying to raise 2.59 CR through this round. 1.8 CR will be going in the team cost for this 4 projects, 45 lakh rupees each project and 4 projects. And remaining will go into app development and the marketing efforts initially.
So everything is people almost. The
Right,
2.6 crore
right,
is all entirely people.
right.
So it's all, you know, uh, non-collateral financing, basically. There's no collateral that
Right.
you can put against
Exactly.
it. So the reason I'm asking these questions is that this is not a typical venture scale deal. This is not something that venture capitalists will fund. So
Right.
so you're going to need to raise money from banks.
Right.
Now you have delivered, you said 85 lakhs of profitable revenue.
Right.
So you have track record against which you should be able to get some amount of bank financing. Have you tried that
It's
route?
difficult. We are trying to raise through banks, but it's a forward contract. So basically, the banks finance on the working capital on the inventory. So inventory comes into play just when the harvest is ready. They are not financing the team cost. So right now we are either looking for project-based partnership, means a debt-based financing through private investor, or a convertible round of equity investing.
No, that's at least not from the venture capital world that I live in. I live in the
Yeah.
tech venture capital world. You are not financeable by that route. Now, you are in Gujarat, so Gujaratis are very good business people, and they're very savvy in business in general. So, what is your Gujarati network? Are there high net worth individuals who are willing to work with you on this?
Yeah, means I have a limited bandwidth. I'm trying through my connects. I'm meeting almost every day, 2 to 3 banks, visiting that because our crop cycle will be starting from October, November. So already we have a forward contract. Just we need 13 calls. So that's why I'm meeting a lot of people, but I have a limited bandwidth on the angel, this
We
kind of
have
side or banks.
we have an alumni of 1 million by 1 million, Nitin Khandelwal, who runs a
Okay.
company that sources funding like this. So, so we do have resources that are alternative financing resources. But the bottom line of this is not going to be venture capital. It will have to be alternative financing. We work with some alternative financing, firms. And in India right now, there is quite a bit in the, fintech world. There's quite a bit of alternative financing available. So,
Right.
if you want to raise money, you're going to have to allocate some time to raise money. It is raising money does not
Definitely,
have
definitely.
automatically. So I'm happy to help you,
Yeah, yeah.
but you're going to have to allocate time for it.
Definitely, definitely. Also,
All right, good, very good, very interesting work, and I think you have something very cool going on here, and eventually, if you decide to go in that direction, there's probably a venture fundable company that we can craft
yeah.
out of
So
this. At the
means our
moment, it is
first
not
phase
venture
might.
fund.
Yeah, our first phase might not be a venture backable business because
No,
we are typically
later
doing
on
a
it may be though. But if you
exactly,
have a
exactly,
digital marketplace going, if you
exactly,
work through all this and get a digital marketplace going, that may be venture fundable. Not
exactly.
right
So
now.
if possible, can you just shift to next slide? I want to just present that what exactly we are trying. So we'll be working on a hub and spoke model,
Mm-hmm.
where the green light green dots that you are seeing, it's the farmers. Each farmer is connected to a spoke, which is a local level franchise partner of AgriFusion, which collects the agri produce from the farmers, supplies it to a hub, which is a 50 to 70,000 square feet facility, which aggregates from the farmer. So each spoke caters to around 200 to 800 farmers, and each hub caters to around 20 to 25 such spokes. That's
Yeah.
where we become scalable, where we are supplying our own branded bio-inputs to the farmers. The farmer is digitized, the spoke is digitized, and the marketplace is there. So if anyone wants to source organic produce, they will not only be sourcing some lab tested product, they can see the whole traceability, which farm it originates, what is the carbon footprint, how it's been processed. So apart from the commodity we sell, we are also selling data. So right now we are in a very initial stage with H&M to
Yeah.
pilot on sustainable cotton farming, where they can see the water usage, which farmer, what impact they are creating. So apart from the four stakeholders we mentioned, the NGOs who are working in sustainable development, in regenerative agriculture, are also a stakeholder, where they can digitize their program network and can see what impact it has created.
Well, you can do all of these things make sense. It just takes time to build things, right?
Exactly.
And as you explained, your margin is thin, so there is
Yeah.
limited internal cash generation with which you can grow, and
Right.
low margin businesses always are a problem with investors. So eventually, if you want to go into the venture scale business realm, we have to do strategy work to figure out how to get you to a high margin business plan.
Sure.
All right, well, but very good. I think you're off and running, and I think you have a lot of domain knowledge, and it's great to see what you're doing, and I'm a fan.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It means a lot.
Okay, we're gonna go to Deepak next. we're going to go to Bharat next, and we are, just a second, I will bring up Bharat's slides. So Bharat is a premium member of the 1M program and has built a wonderful company. Already this year they're at 5 million and going to probably close the year at 7.5. And we're in the process of starting a financing round here. So we are working on his slides. We did a rev yesterday, and Bharat wants to just show me what he has done based on that feedback. So that's the context of this presentation. Bharat, please go ahead. I will advance your slides as you need them.
So I've just, based on the feedback, I just created the slides.
Much better for slide.
Yeah. And then I just, so yeah, if you can keep going.
Let me just check.
Yeah. So I broke the metric slide into, 2 slides so that we have the key accounts.
So just nitty gritty key accounts. You need a plural there.
Yeah.
7 million pipeline. Okay.
So we are also, what we are seeing is that we are able to grow within the organization still further. And then I've added I simplified the whole thing into the presentation layer. Then I made it very simple in terms of what's the problem.
Yeah, good. Very good. Much better.
And then I've added the actual numbers. Yesterday it was not visible, right? So I added, and then the TAM thing that we discussed.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I've added the competition slide the way we see it. Predominantly we get competition in the correlation space where you see here. That's what we kind of replace a lot of times in different accounts, but that's where it is.
It's good. Good slide.
Yeah. And then we removed all the building part, just kept the simple fount and this thing, 3 phases of scaling.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the next one is in terms of team.
There's just one thing I suggest in this is, instead of these rambling amounts of text, can you just bullet point the highlights of their experience, each of the experience, because nobody's going to be able to read this otherwise.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I omitted to mention, I neglected to mention that yesterday, but
you can. That's simple. Yeah, we can just do it.
Simple thing. Revenue projection 3.6, year to date 5, 7.5, 2025. Okay, good. Okay. Very good.
And then
Perfect. All right. You send me the slides in PDF format and I will start sending out.
Yes, I will just make the changes, the bullet points, and then
take your time, because I'm not going to do it this week. This is the last week of the summer. Nobody's working this week.
Yeah, I know. No one is there. Long weekend is all gone. Yeah, I know.
So
at least we are ready.
You're ready. You'll be ready. And next week, middle of next week, I'll send out the introductions.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It'll just take me half an hour to send you a whole bunch of 35 introductions. We'll see. We may do it in batches a bit and see what feedback we get.
Yeah, and I also want to tell the co-alumni guys, you are in safe hands. I was seeing the Devarsh pitch. Almost we started at that level, 2019. So
that's right. Bharat was in 1 million in 2019, and now he's back in 1 million with 5 million revenue under his belt. So it works. It works if you follow, core fundamentals oriented business building strategy. You don't go out of business. This nonsense of blitzscaling from the get-go and raising a huge amount of money and trying to run faster than you can, you go out of business.
Yeah. And I just want to say that I think, particularly for people who are coming from non-business or non-venture exposed backgrounds or startup backgrounds, Some of the courses in the premium program are so powerful. Very clear guidance on how to go about it, what to do about it, to think about your business, to think about who is the ideal customer. It gives a lot of focus. You know, it really benefited me back in 2019, right? When we just started the company. So all of you who are here, I think you should definitely go through all of those courses. It will be really helpful. And thanks, Ramna, for this. And we will
Very
catch up.
welcome. You're very welcome.
Thank
All
you.
right, Pooja, you're next. Let me go back to the slides here. Second. All right, Pooja, you're next.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ramlan. Before we get started with this, just stay with me. You're a 30-year-old right now, and you've had big aspirations of traveling and to multiple cities, countries, and you've in that process you've made enough money, but somehow those travel dreams have always been maybe next year. Oh, okay, I don't have time for this right now. So there's been some excuse that always comes with that. I faced it, and I have folks around me who were facing it. And I did a survey to understand, is it just me, or are there more people who are going through this gap between making their travel dreams a reality? And if there are, what is stopping them? And let me tell you, we did a survey for 1,000 folks, and about 70% said that they still have some travel aspirations which they don't see themselves fulfilling. And from there, when came about, a lot happened in the middle, but because of lack of time, I'm going to quickly take you through what is when first. So when is that bridge that can bridge your travel aspirations or your larger aspirations to actual realities through simple systematic savings, personal guidance, and travel bookings. So making your travel dreams funded realities. Who are we serving? We're looking at millennials right now. While this can be a much larger thing, right now we've started with a niche. So we're talking about millennials, Gen Z, who have come into the workforce starting out early, and they're from 25 to 30, 35, and have an average of at least 25,000 of disposable income, usually in the tier 1 and tier 2 cities. They're comfortable with digital tools, so have probably started using investment apps, have some financial savviness. There is some kind of existing financial behavior. So they understand that it's important to save money. They understand that good personal finance is important. Where the gap lies is actually being consistent with it. And we have multiple examples of our parents and our grandparents abiding to savings habit and being able to build houses through that. It's with the impulse buying and how convenient it has become. There is a gap around being consistent with money, forming a closer relationship with money, being good around it. So these people are struggling to convert their aspirations into realities. They're frequently searching for destinations, but it stops at searching. They've already made some investments. They have some SIPs going on, probably are inconsistent with it. So these are around the pain points and behaviors that we're trying to figure out further. We have already seen this in our current users, and that's how we have drawn the current audience. Our value proposition right now is turning some day into fully funded books without any financial stress or post-trip regret. If you could please move to the next slide, Shamana. Thank you. It's a huge opportunity. International travel in India is obviously growing. We know that. But how large is it? We have spends above 5 lakhs per person when it comes to international travel. And we're looking at 34% of their discretionary spending going to
This is
travel.
all of India?
This is all of India.
That's not relevant for you, right? You have to go after your niche and define the market from the perspective and a bottom-up TAM analysis from your market's perspective. These
Sure.
kind of top-down numbers are kind of useless.
Okay. Okay. I'll keep that in
So
mind.
this slide doesn't do anything for me. We're going to skip over.
Okay. What's the strategy right now? We're talking to people on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on multiple of these channels where they're talking about visiting a country. How can I travel to this country, and some dream phases where they're currently in. Then we move on to a financial assessment that we do, and we assure that whatever that destination is, it's achievable with systematic planning. And if it's not, what are the alternatives that they can look at? The third part is the commitment, where we create a structured savings plan.
If you're thinking about a customer acquisition strategy, you need to figure out something that gives you signals against which you can acquire customers, right? So what are we talking about? Instagram advertising?
Yep, at this point, yes.
And do you know how to use Instagram advertising? Have you done it before?
I haven't done it before.
You haven't done. So let me give you a little bit of insight of what you need to investigate. See, Instagram gives you certain parameters, and this is true about Facebook, this is true about all social media, and they have their nuances. Like LinkedIn is a different kind of platform and different kind of audience. Facebook, Instagram are different. It's going to give you an age demographic that you can select the audience on, which is good news for you because you're doing an age target. There is an age filter in this.
Yes.
So that's a good thing. Beyond that, what other filters? There's interest related stuff. So could be interest is travel. Then you have to figure out what signal can you pick up from the household income point of view or their personal income point of view to see what kind are you looking for, single people, married people,
Yeah.
There are all kinds of signals that you have to look for, and you have to find what is the signal that signals that they're going to buy your product. So you need to invest, you need to learn a bit about, how do you acquire customers?
Sure.
You're saying all these things, but translating dream phase and commitment, reality check, all this into something, a system through which you can do programmatic advertising to find these people is not that simple.
Okay.
So you need to investigate how are you going to do that? How are you going to granularize that into a campaign?
Okay. Gotcha. I think then this becomes a little moot right now. We can move to the next slide. We're looking at primary channels right now are the multiple travel groups around the WhatsApp communities we have. And that's been the source of most of our users currently. And at the same time, we've seen a lot of traction around LinkedIn. Our hypothesis is that LinkedIn has the kind of audience which is more serious than the Instagram audience. I'm still, like you mentioned, the signals, Shramna, I'm trying to drill down on what's that difference like and why are we getting more inquiries from LinkedIn than we are from Instagram. I think that's great advice. We'll be looking into that.
LinkedIn is a professional network. So in LinkedIn, you can actually not only target by age, you can target by their job function, seniority. There is a lot of signals that you can target by on LinkedIn. It's also expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Until now, we haven't done paid advertisement. All of this has been either through word of mouth or by word of mouth, I mean referrals through our existing users or through WhatsApp and Instagram posts.
So when you say you have 22 total customers, 16 paying customers, what does that mean? What are they paying for?
They are paying for the savings plan and consistency.
For the savings plan and consistency. You have an app that is a savings app?
We are doing the beta of the app right now. It's in building, but right now it's a service.
What does that mean?
It's a service. So like I said, they fill out the form. After the form, we get in touch with them. based on their financial credentials and the travel destination, they get a savings plan, which can be month by month, week by week.
I see.
The idea of the savings plan is not to get them to travel to the destination, but break it down into milestones. What does that mean? Okay, you don't have to save for Paris. You save for flights to Paris. Awesome, you did that. Now, when is going to give you personalized options for flight booking so that you don't have to put in that effort? And we move to the next milestone, which is accommodation. So as you start putting in your savings, you keep nearing a milestone. And as you finish one milestone, you get to the other. And by the end of this, you have a fully funded trip before you actually take it.
Okay.
And in this, through feedback, we've also been able to include credit card and how they can utilize their credit card to the maximum in order to use the points later for other trips.
I got it. I understand.
Yeah.
What is this 12% conversion rate based on? Is it?
Yeah, so usually until now, we've been seeing an approximate 10 to 12%. So we've had, let's say if we get 10 inquiries, we are able to more or less convert about 7 to 8 of them. But my main issue has been to be able to get inquiries. It's the acquisition, which you exactly pointed out, the signals and Instagram and LinkedIn strategies, which are my blank space right now.
So
as a
what,
service,
analyze the ones that you have got inquiries from, and you have to parameterize them and figure that if you bring me all this data in private roundtables in the premium program, I will help you figure that out, because that's really critical. That's going to make or break your business.
I see.
That parameterizing an ideal customer profile and figuring out how to acquire those customers, that's going to either you're going to build a business based on getting that right, or you're not going to build a business.
Yes, I do see your point.
As binary as that.
Yeah. So we started with 199 paid plan, rupees 199. We increased that to 450, and we saw that there was more absorption. So we tried out the 1100 plan. We have some users who are with us on the 1100 plan. 1100 is per trip. So we take 1100 to consistently plan and plan your fully funded trip.
Okay.
This is the current model. The future is immense with every
Is
flight.
this mostly about international travel that people?
Yes, we're starting with international travel.
Okay.
We see that as aspirational. So we're starting with that. And I mean, the future is intense here. We can look at multiple service models, especially commissions around, let's say, flight bookings. So we have partners for flight bookings. We have accommodation. So we have partners with accommodation. And that model can be built out. It's just that right now, obviously, we're still, I think, in the idea market fit. We're still to get to the product market fit. So before we get there, we're still operating on a subscription model, which is 1100 per trip.
Yeah, but that may end up being your final pricing strategy. It kind of makes sense intuitively. It kind of makes sense is that if somebody wants to travel to such and such destination, you kind of plan out what is required based on the level at which they want to do that trip, and break it down and manage all the logistics of it. That's fine. It's a service, and there's nothing wrong with a subscription service model of that kind. So, but you have to figure out the ICP. You have to figure out how to get to that ICP.
Absolutely. Also, Shamna, this was more about getting feedback from you and how you see, like you've already started giving me tips around the Instagram ICP, the ideal customer profile. So the call was supposed to be that. So I'm more than happy for all the feedback that's going to come my way.
Yeah. Well, execute on what I just gave you, and if you get stuck, come and join the program and I will help you.
Awesome. Yep, that sounds great.
All right. Folks, I'm going to give you a little bit of explanation of how to use this program, and then I'll take more questions. I see other people in the room. If you guys want to talk to me today, let Maureen know. Raise your hand, let Maureen know in private chat or something. And she's going to put you on the panel, and I will have time to take questions and chat with you today. And if you're planning to pitch, you were just checking this out today and you want to pitch at a follow-on session, that's fine too, no problem. So everything is at 1Mby1M.com. This is a virtual program, and you can, the full acceleration program is 1Mby1M Premium. And there you get strategy consulting like this, same format, exact same format, but you can, you can talk to me here only once for free, but, pitch once. But in the premium program, you can come every week and I'm accessible to you on a weekly basis. When you are ready, we will help you get ready if your business has those characteristics, but when you're ready, we do send you to investors. As you just heard, Bharat is almost ready and we are in the process of sending him out to our investor network. The curriculum, as Bharat mentioned, the curriculum is incredibly powerful. There's a lot for you to learn in terms of, how to build a business, how to put one step before the other. This is kind of like a working MBA for tech startup entrepreneurs, There's a lot of things, a lot of pieces that you're going to have to learn. And the curriculum basically gives you a cheat sheet where you can go, maybe it's a particular module that I ask you to go figure out, go study. It takes you 20 minutes, you go study that curriculum module and you have the pedagogy and then you execute on it and you come and iterate with me. That's how we work. And it's incredibly effective. We've been doing this now for 15 years and it's incredibly effective. So many entrepreneurs have gone through this process and have succeeded. It's just amazing. And then I have a lot of influence on LinkedIn. So we do offer a certain level of influencer marketing to get you out there through my LinkedIn influence. So that's a premium program. It's $1,000 a year. 1Mby1M Basic gives you access to just the curriculum. No mentoring, no investor introductions, but you can just have the curriculum access. That's $99 a month. So go look at the website, premium, basic. Some people ask for one-on-one consulting. That's fine, it's available. That's more expensive. It's $1,000 an hour, but it's available. That's it. So we have 3 roundtables in September 4th, 11th, and 25th. And then we have, if you have questions after this program today about the program itself, Irina Patterson is your contact. You can email Irina at 1Mby1M.com. She'll be happy to get on the phone or WhatsApp with you. She is on our team. Okay, so that's an overview of the program. Anyone, if you have questions, please let us know. You can ask the questions in public chat as well, and I will pick up questions from the public chat. Gokul Shivappa says, I have a working marketplace in place and revenue stats and my intro and testimonials from users in Notion. No slides. Can I discuss by sharing the screen? Yes, you can. Sharing. You're asking, Shoban, do I invest personally? I don't invest personally. And if I do, that is not in the program. I may do on the side, but definitely not through the program. The program does not include us investing, 1M investing in your company. We work with hundreds of investors and we've helped raise tons of money, but that's not our money we're not a venture fund like Y Combinator is a venture fund. We're not a venture fund. Gokul, if you want, Maureen, could you put Gokul in the on the panel so he can talk? Gokul, you can unmute your line. You're on the panel now. You should be able to talk through your computer. So explain to me what you are doing and what stage you're in. You don't even need to show me something. Just explain to me what is the situation. You can turn your video on if you like. You don't have to. And Shoban, if you want to talk to me, you also should let us know, and Maureen will put you on the panel. Gokul, are you having some difficulty getting through? We can't hear you. Is your computer muted? We cannot hear you. Yes, now we can hear you.
Yeah.
Good. Go ahead.
Hi. Very nice to see all the startups switching their startups and products. Myself, I'm Gokul, and I'm a mobile app developer. I work on no-code apps. I build mobile apps and web apps in no-code platforms like Flutter, Flow, and also I'm a Flutter developer working full stack from past 5 years. Working with businesses from like small startups to enterprise level clients.
Where are
I
you
also
based?
work. I'm currently in Bangalore.
Okay.
I have a small agency. We have a team of 6 people who
Okay.
are also developers working with me. We
Okay.
provide all the services from consultations to building websites, landing pages for startups. And also we have worked with ICICI Bank and other enterprise companies for mobile apps and web apps for them. So mainly why I joined this webinar is I just saw this in LinkedIn, and I saw your videos popping out one or the other day. You're like talking about startups and scaling them and all the buzz stuff, right? Startup thing.
Yeah.
So I myself on side, I've been working on some products. So I was aiming for YC last month to apply, but the main issue is like one side I have my company providing services for app development, web development
Yeah.
stuff, and another side I'm building my own product. So there is one AI product, and I have my own marketplace where I sell software. Like we build templates, and users can buy those templates for themselves. So
Okay.
majorly these templates are for like Flutter Flow and Webflow framework. So they like we sell reusable templates where they can use those templates. They buy those templates and use those in their own apps or websites to
Okay.
build their own. So this is the concept in marketplace. And another AI product, it is a desktop automation software where it can control your entire computer, and it can you can integrate it with different integrations like email and Notion, different our like knowledge work tools, and it can provide automation for yourself. Like it can look for opportunities, or you can like
So
if
Gokul,
you know about
let me ask you a question first.
yeah.
So our methodology is focus. Focus is at the center of our methodology. We have a very successful track called bootstrapping a product using services. And you fit in that track. You have an agency business, you are developing software, you're developing apps, and you're building products on the side, and you've built a marketplace already that sounds like it is already revenue generating, yes?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So our methodology will tell you that let's figure out a strategy on how to scale that marketplace. But you're starting another product. Why is that?
Yeah, let me explain. This is the main problem I wanted to discuss today. So there is a marketplace, which is my niche. I've been working on these apps and web apps.
Yeah.
Nothing I've been doing from past 5 years, almost like 17 to 18 hours a day. I just sleep, wake up, and just work on mobile apps and clients, like do calls and stuff. So from past 2 years, I've been lagging this a lot. I mean, whenever I get time, I've been building this website or the marketplace in a site in Framer, and now I've already published it and have few users who already purchased it, and I've done a revenue about $1,000 plus, including a service request in past 2 months. I've just uploaded it like on July, and like I just have two products. I didn't get much time to upload more products because of
But you
like
shouldn't upload more products, right? You have to. What are you saying? You upload more products. It's a marketplace.
yeah. Can I share my screen? I can just show you a demo.
No, no.
Okay, let me explain. So marketplace in the sense like I build mobile apps and websites, right? Like
Yeah.
platforms like Flutterflow and Webflow, they have like they are no code platforms, right? Like they're drag and
Yes.
drop thing. They can
Right.
build mobile apps and etc. So when building a mobile app, you need a lot of components. Like if you can build a simple mobile app with built-in features, what they provide. But in case if you want much more complex integrations, like if you wanted a audio player into your app and you don't know how to build it, and if you hire a developer, it will cost you around $1,500 or $2,000.
Mhm.
So we have ready-made custom code which already
Components. You
built.
have components
They
that you
can
want to put in that
yeah,
mobile.
they can buy it for 100 or $250, and they can integrate that into their app. And in case if they don't know how to integrate, they can request a add-on service request where we provide
Yeah.
a fixed
This
service
for
cost of integrating.
for the kind of business that you have been doing, this is a very natural extension business. This could be a
Yeah.
very nice business and could be a substantial business if
Yeah.
you do this right. But
Yeah.
you're not. You need to manage this right. And if you want, we will help you. There, you are perfect in that. Bootstrapping using services, bootstrapping a product using services is a very successful track in 1 million by 1 million. We have used this principle extensively. We have tons and tons of case studies of entrepreneurs who have built very successful, very large companies based on that. That's the track that you're going to be following. And we know exactly how to build companies using that track.
Yeah, I mean, my main problem is like I have this agency and product on site. So one side, like if I accept any project, right, I'm stuck for like next 2 months or 3 months, day and night working on that. So I don't
Yeah.
have that mind freedom where I can think about creating something for my marketplace.
But
Right?
you have
So
to set
I'm
aside
always
some amount of time, so don't join 1M by 1M if you're not going to put in some amount of time to work on what we're going to ask you to work on. Otherwise, we can't impact your
I mean,
situation.
I wanted to figure out like how to do this properly, right?
Yeah.
So I from past 2 months, I have limited number of projects, and I just I've been working on this marketplace, and I built
Yeah.
something, and it's already live. So it
Yeah.
have around 5,000 users daily, like monthly traffic, and have around 3+ sales, which is around $1,000+ now. But
Mhm.
I have a clear path, like what all need to be done for this, and what would be the revenue streams, and what would be the scale, and also
Yeah.
have around 48,000+ users network who are developers like me who need they can also be like it is on next version scale. It is a multi-vendor marketplace. Not
Yeah.
only me, other developers like me can join and they
Also
can upload their
join and
product.
upload their product.
The
Yeah.
network what I have about 49,000 people, 48,000+ people are developers like me. They can also be clients.
Yeah.
They can also
We
be
have
developers.
in 1M by 1M, we also have an extensive expertise in building two-sided marketplaces. We have lots of case studies and we've seen lots of two-sided marketplace businesses. So that's what you're going to be building and we know how to do that.
Yeah. So that was my plan. Like I said about the AI product, right? AI automation thing. So I thought like I'll scale this for 1 year. I'll have some passive income where I don't need to take more and more projects where to manage all the monthly things what I have. And then once I have this stability of income, then I can work on the AI product, which I'm going to do pitch it in YC or any other investor, right? So this was the plan. Like
I think that that's not necessarily the right plan because your AI product is very nebulous. The product that is not nebulous is the two-sided marketplace. So if I were you, I would build the two-sided marketplace. I would bootstrap using your agency business, the two-sided marketplace, build that up. That can be a substantial business. The AI product is vague and it's an incredibly crowded free field that you want to go into. With that, you will not get into Y Combinator. That kind of vague
I mean,
stuff is
if I
not going to get
have a working product and 1,000 users with pay like 25% of paid users, I may get into it, right?
not necessarily. It depends on what that product is.
Yeah, I mean, like I have my friends who have been working on different startups, right? The also this is not like a fixed product I wanted to build. This is just a vision I wanted to work on, right? So the main thing now, I'm working on marketplace. I'm on this path, but the transition between agency and marketplace is very congested for me. Like I'm lagging from past 2 years. So I was just finding like what are the best ways
You
where I can
can't do
network with.
all three at once. You have agency, you have marketplace, and you have another AI product with which you want to go to Y Combinator. You can't do all three at once. That's not doable.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
You can do agency and marketplace. You can do agency and AI product, but you can't do all
So
three.
yeah, I mean, I wanted this freedom to work on this. So I was networking with investors where I can get some investment for building marketplace and scale this. So I can have some freedom from agency where I don't need to give more of my time. So I can invest
If you
much of
tell
my
an
time.
investor that you're looking for freedom, that you want their money so that you can have some freedom, the investor is going to run away in the other direction the next minute.
Freedom in the sense, I'm not going to tell them like I want like this kind of freedom. The thing is like I wanted funding to be to scale it properly, right? To multi-vendor marketplace. I need to register it in US because we need Stripe payment gateway where we can facilitate payments with between users and developers, which is not going to happen with. I already have a company registered in India, but for multi-vendor
Stuff is
marketplaces,
not difficult. Registering a company in the US is not difficult. This is not complicated.
Yeah, I mean, we also need developers to work on projects, right? We need to scale our YouTube channel and upload more products to scale, so we can attract both builders and your buyers to buy the products.
All right. I think we have discussed. I've told you what I think, and I'll be happy to help you more. But
So
you
what
have
do you
to
think the path
adjust.
like I should take?
You have to choose what you want to do. I told you, you cannot do all three.
Yeah, I
You
wanted to
can either-
do just one, but I need the focus. Like I need the right path how to do that.
You
Like
can
just
bootstrap your marketplace using the services business. I can show you exactly how to do that. That I can give you granular step-by-step guidance and shepherd you through that process. That is a doable path.
Okay.
You can do bootstrapping using services, using the agency, and do some AI product. I don't know what AI product, but that it's vague. At the moment, you do not have that product defined. So you can go in that direction also, but you can't do all three.
Yeah.
If you insist on doing all three, I would suggest please don't join 1 million by 1 million because you're not going to listen to anything I ask you to do, and I don't want to work with you.
No, I just wanted to tell my perspective so you can understand better like what exactly I need. I'm of course not working at once on all the three. I just wanted like
and you're not in a
correct.
fundable situation at the moment. You are not in a fundable situation, and I don't think you can get into Y Combinator either. So you have to build up towards those goals.
Yeah. Okay. So how to join that bootstrap thing? Like you explained, right?
You can just join 1M by 1M. Just go to the website and join 1M by 1M. It's very easy.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Anyone else wants to talk, ask questions? Is there anybody who has questions in the public chat? All right, I don't see any further questions, so I will wrap up. Thank you for coming today. It was a pleasure working with you, and good luck.